Nnamdi Kanu must be released for peaceful elections to hold in the southeast. Anambra Governor Soludo advises Nigerian government again. Soludo also reiterated to provide surety for Kanu and advised the federal government to follow court order and grant him unconditional release or to grant him administrative bail. Well, if you are saying Nigerian government should obey court order and do the needful by releasing the IPOB leader, good. I say nothing wrong with that because that is what they ought to do. That is what they're supposed to do. Kanu have no case in any court as far as this matter is concerned. Now, coming out to tell Nigerians that you stand, as a surety for Kanu is not making sense at all. That does not make sense. If you are joining other Nigerians to say, Nigerian government, you know what it is, that this man in your custody right now does not supposed to be there. He has been discharged by a competent court of jurisdiction, and that is the reason why you have to free him. Good. Nigerians will listen to that. But coming to make public announcement, you will sign surety for someone that has been discharged and acquitted is not making sense to me. Yes, it's not making sense. And all this one is because election is coming up next month. They are afraid of what we might befall the Southeast. That is why they are talking now. If not, Nnamdi Kanu has been in that DSS custody for a year plus now. About 3 months. 3 months now. The appeal court judgment that discharged and acquitted him. You people are not really putting more force to this. Now you are coming to say you will stand surety. If you are joining the rest Nigerians who are saying release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally because that is what you're supposed to do, then good. But that surety matter is not viable to me. You know, see people, we get different way of thinking. This is my own thoughts concerning this shorty they want to stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all that. This should not be coming now. If you are asking the government to release Nnamdi Kanu, ask them to release Nnamdi Kanu because they are the one that even escalated the whole issue. You went and extradited someone from another country without due processes. You tortured the person. Until now, you are still torturing him. This is what they call intimidation, is oppression. And that is what the Igbo leaders should be talking about. Well, let's quickly hit the news and get the full details. But if you are just joining us, guys, kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, has insisted that the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, is needed for the peace and security of the Southeast region. Soludo said this during an interview on Channels TV, adding that Kanu was needed for the 2023 general elections to hold in the Southeast. We have instituted a commission of inquiry to be able to unravel the remote and immediate cause of insecurity and agitation in the Southeast. But these are not enough. There is someone who is critical in this conversation. We need him around the table because we also believe this is also coming from this part of the country where we hear about their agitation. This tells us that they are also concerned for the prosperity of the Southeast, but we cannot have sustainable prosperity if we don't have sustainable security. And to have that sustainable security, we need the critical forces around the table. And that is why I will continue to push on this. And I want to believe that other leaders of the Southeast and all men of good and women of God will, in Nigeria, we join in this call because we want the Southeast to be part of this election and prosper. We need Nnamdi Kanu. Soludo also reiterated to provide surety for Kanu and advised the federal government to follow court order and grant him unconditional release or to grant him administrative bail. The truth is that the Nigerian government, they are enjoying what is going on in the Southeast region. Yes. If you even ask for that self, they will not even want that election to hold in Southeast. This thing now waiting then they call bad belly. Yes. This thing now waiting then they call bad belly. The matter when they grant now, this one pass what we are looking at right now. Because this government, they are doing us, the more you look, the less you see. This cannot be done in any way. That somebody has been discharged by a court of a competent court of jurisdiction. How can you not obey your court orders? Then if you know your actions that you are going to be taking by the end of the day, why taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the court? When you know that you are not going to obey the court orders when need arises. This is not funny at all. This is not a joke. This government is actually set for something not good for the Southeast regions. Yeah. But it's really very funny that most of their leaders do not want to understand what is going on. That will not concern them to them. Their family, they were then they. Even then, they themselves, they get people in uniform when they guide them. But they don't forget to say, you see this matter of insecurity, it can be anybody. Because a day will come, those people in uniform will still want to save their heads. They are human beings. So guys, there are so many reactions here, but let me just take one or two. So Soludo has joined in issuing threats on peaceful election in the East. Buhari will not release Kanu before May 29th. An election must hold in the Southeast. Kanu will be free after Buhari leaves. Patience is required. Our people have been food enough. Okay? I don't really understand this. Buhari do not even supposed to leave that office without releasing Nnamdi Kanu. He supposed to release Nnamdi Kanu. Who is even begging the uncircumcised Fulani bandits like Malami to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Or constitutionally, the deadline remains 28th of January 2023. Okay, guys, there are so many reactions here. This is just the list I can take for now. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not, and don't forget to give us